इसे मैं एक
Okay, people, so let's start with IELTS reading today with multiple choice questions and true false not given. So, as far as the importance is concerned, like at least 5 to 10 questions are expected from true false not given, as you know. There are few people, I mean, for whom like it would be, you would be thinking that it is getting repeated, but it is not that way. There would be some extra things would be also be there in this. Okay, so please concentrate. So at least 5 to 10 questions are expected from true false not given section. MCQs are the fundamental question being asked in almost every other question. Okay, so it is like almost every other question you'll be finding one or two, MCQs would be there, and there would be especially one question which would be based most probably on MCQs only. True false not given also sometimes come with, in combination with MCQs. So it is not mandatory that you will be getting only true false and not given, like 10 questions would be there of true false not given. No, it is not going to be like that. Sometimes it would be in a combination of MCQs plus true false not given. Sometimes it is in a combination of sentence completion plus true false not given. Sometimes it is combination of MCQs plus sentence completion. And there can be other possibilities can also be there, like there would be a matching headings along with true false not given. There could be a matching headings along with sentence completion. Okay, so there can be, the question can be divided into two parts. But what we need to understand is, if half question is also there with for true false not given, then what happens is like at least 5 questions are going to come for sure in true false not given. Okay, so let's move further. So let's talk about some multiple choice questions. Okay, so first multiple choice question we are going to attempt is, this is an excerpt of a passage of out of which we are going to discuss about MCQs. Okay, so first of all, I'll be reading it for you. It is like, soil erosion threatens the productivity of land. It is the passage on the left side and the questions are on the right side. As you can see, you have to find the right answer. Okay, so please concentrate. I'll be giving you some time to do it also. But first of all, I am reading the passage, the excerpt of the passage. So, soil erosion threatens the productivity of land in both rich and poor countries. The United States, where the most careful measurements have been done, discovered in 1982 that about one-fifth of its farmland was losing topsoil at the rate likely to diminish the soil's productivity. The country subsequently embarked upon a program to convert 11% of its cropped land to meadow or forest. The question is, research completed in 1982 found that in the United States, soil erosion, now you have four answers possibility is there, out of which like one would be correct. So first is A, that is reduce the productivity of farmland by 20%. B is, was almost as severe as in India and China. C is, was causing significant damage to 20% of the farmland. D, could be reduced. Now, I'll be giving you some 2-3 minutes to check out answer on your own. Then we'll be hearing it from you one by one. Okay, take your time. Babu, Okay, people. So I want to I would like to hear your option. Which option you have selected for this one? Okay, you can
The
unmute.
enough time was given. Yeah.
Okay, you
Enough
can
time.
unmute and you can tell about the answer. Okay.
Uh, Please come up with the answers.
Ma'am, A,
Okay. Who's
reduce
this?
the productivity of farmland by 20%.
Okay, Kamaljeet ma'am, right?
Oh,
A. Okay.
next.
Anybody else? Abhinya, Arjunji, Ritik.
Sir, C.
Yours is C. Okay. Anybody else?
Okay.
Okay. Now the question is why A and why C? Okay. So Kamaljeet ma'am, why A? What do you think? Why A?
Sir, there is written 1/5 of its farmland was losing topsoil at the rate likely diminish the soil
First product.
productivity.
Okay, that's
Sir,
fine. Oh, okay.
sir,
Yes.
1/5 is 20%, na?
Yes, 150 is 20%. That's right.
Uh, sir, reduce the productivity,
Okay, that's good.
or sir,
So
soil productivity. Sir, sir, there is written reduce the productivity
reduce the
or
productivity. Okay,
losing the
that's good.
topsoil at the rate likely to damage the soil
Right, right,
productivity.
right. Okay. And Mr. Arjun, what do you think?
Sir, actually, this is my second attempt, to be very
Okay.
honest. And
Okay, it's okay.
this question is basically a little tricky. And as per your tips, it is like, as you said, that read the question carefully. So this
Yes.
is a tricky question, and paraphrasing is important. So the
Okay.
question states that United States soil erosion. So what we are
Okay.
talking about is soil erosion. So we
Okay.
should not go with the farmland. Okay,
Okay.
we have to see the question first. So question says in 1992 it was found that this United States soil erosion. So here
Okay.
it is not mentioned that because of soil erosion it has been reduced by 20%. It is
Okay.
reduced. It has been reduced. Farmland has reduced by 20%. So C, the option C is saying was causing significant damage to 20% of the farmland. That
Okay.
means 20% farmland has been demolished. Okay, it was damaged, and
Okay.
it was causing damage to 20% of the farmland, which is 1/5.
Right, right, right. So let me rephrase it for you. Okay, so the option which has been taken here is C. C is the right answer. A is not the right answer. Now, why I have given you people this MCQ, and because I've been testing you, like how much you have really attempted back there at your home, and how much you are now concentrating on each and every passage or question. Okay, so what is happening
Sir,
here
I
is
would
I've been
like to say one thing.
yes,
Sir, I would
yes,
like to add one thing. In
yes,
my
please
first
add.
attempt, I was wrong,
Okay.
but in my second attempt, I was right.
Okay, that's good. So see guys, what you need to do is like you need to go very slow when it comes to any difficult MCQ. So what you need to do is you need to understand the complete meaning of that excerpt from where the question has been taken. So what we call it as the question statement and the passage statement. So the question statement is research completed in 1982 found that in the United States soil erosion. So we are talking about soil erosion in US in 1982. Okay, first thing is clear. So now the second thing is, now we'll be reading the options first, not the passage. So the option says like reduce the productivity. Okay, so we'll be reading it like that. Research completed in the 1982 found that in the United States soil erosion reduced the productivity of farmland by 20%. Okay, that means soil erosion was reduced. Soil erosion actually reduced the productivity of the farmland by 20%. Soil erosion was not reduced, productivity. So there are two keywords here, as you can see here, like Mr. Arjun has already told, like in US, soil erosion, productivity, these are the keywords. Okay. Now moving further, B, bravo. Okay, research completed in 1982. You should read like this. Research completed in 1982 found that in the United States, soil erosion was almost as severe as in India and China. But we can we'll be just noting it down. Okay, so here India and China are the keywords. Let's move further. C as in Charlie. Charlie says that okay, research completed in 1982 found that in US soil erosion was causing significant damage to 20% of the farmland. So now here the keywords are soil erosion was okay, something related to farmland and 20%. Okay, let's move on to the D. Research completed in 1982 found that in US soil erosion could be reduced. Okay, now we are done with it. So reduced. Reduced is our keyword. Now we'll be quickly scanning through and we'll be seeing in this passage where these all different types of keywords are there. So US is there. Yes, 1982 I can see in a quick snap. Then 1/5. 1/5 means 20%. Okay, I've made out. Farmland is there. Okay, now I'm moving to productivity is there. Oh my god, now what to do? Now farmland productivity is there and China is not there, India is not there. Okay, so I'll be scrapping, eliminating the first choice of China, sorry, B, bravo, as India and China. So let's remove this. Then A, C, D, there's a tie between A, C and D. I cannot see anything reduced was losing topsoil. Okay, losing can be a possibility, but soil erosion could be reduced. I cannot make out after reading it carefully. So D is also getting removed from here. Now there's a tie between A and C, Alpha and Charlie. So now let's go carefully from 1982 onwards around. The US, where the most careful measurements have been done. I'm reading from the passage. The US, third line, the US, where the most careful measurements have been done, discovered in 1982 about 1/5 of its farmland was losing topsoil at the rate likely to diminish the soil's productivity. Now, there's a tie between two keywords, farmland and productivity. Alpha says productivity, Charlie says farmland. Okay, so what is the right one? Now I'll be funneling down to only one thing, that is the meaning. In Hindi, in Punjabi, in English, whatever language. Okay, so let's zero it down to our own language. The United States, where the most careful measurements have been done, discovered. Okay, so in US, a lot of various types of measurements have been done and just researches have been conducted, what I can make out. Now I'm deciphering it, I'm decoding it in my own language. So the US people, they discovered that in 1982 around, it was about 1/5 of its farmland. Okay, so 1/5 of the farmland. So for suppose they have 100 acres. So we are talking about 20 acres. 20 acres of farmland was losing topsoil. Okay, losing the topsoil. Okay, getting eroded at a rate which is likely to. Now this is a very important keyword. Likely to, which is likely to diminish the soil's productivity. See, we are not certain here that how much productivity is lost. They're not talking about how much productivity is lost, but they're talking about that it is likely that we can lose productivity. The soil productivity can be diminished in future probably. There's a rate likely to. So we are not understanding, we are not really knowing that rate of losing the soil's productivity. But we are certain about 1/5 of its farmland lost something. Okay, so reduce the productivity of the farmland. It was there to the extent of, but it was actually related to not productivity, it is actually related to farmland. So the answer will be C, was causing significant damage to 20% of the farmland, because in the first three lines you can see the United States were where the most careful measurements have been done, discovered in 1982 that about 1/5 of its farmland was losing topsoil at a rate likely to diminish the productivity. So one thing is farmland. For farmland, it is already reduced. That is confirmed 100%. Why? Because it is clearly mentioned here that 1/5 of the farmland was losing topsoil. So 1/5 of the 1/5 of the farmland, it is clearly written, but it is going to affect the productivity in a certain way, which would be in particular rate, which we are not knowing about. And A says, alpha says that reduce the productivity of the farmland by 20%. No, it has not reduced the productivity. It has reduced the farmland itself. So C says was causing damage to 20% of the farmland. So this is how you need to take it out, that only farmland which is there, which we have to be really be concerned about, because it is clearly mentioned. You don't have to make guesses. You don't have to use your common sense much out of the bound of the question. Within the question, whatever is written clearly, you have to be unbiased. You have to be unbiased, and you have to be taking out an answer very without any bias. That's very important. Okay, so the answer will be C. So anybody who's not understanding this, please tell me. Any arguments? You can open up any argument if you want to. Okay, so I believe that everybody is on the same page. Okay, so this is how you have to attempt MCQ. So don't treat MCQ that any answer would be coming just like that. You'll be getting the answer on your hands just like that. No, it is not going to happen. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Let's see what is there. So first of all, we'll be seeing the answer. So the answer is C, as you can see on the top right hand corner. Okay, let's move further. So now this is MCQ 2. Now Dimple ma'am would be taking lead. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, yes, of course I am.
Okay, okay. So let's read out this
Yeah.
one. Ma'am, can you please read?
Sure.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this is our second sample, and it is talking about employment in Japan. Unlike in many Western countries where companies employ people whose skills can be effective immediately, Japanese companies select applicants with potential who can be trained to become suitable employees. For this reason, recruiting employees is an important exercise for companies as they invest a lot of time and money in training new staff. Disappointed, career-minded female graduates often opt to work for foreign firms since most male graduates prefer to join Japanese firms with their guaranteed security. Foreign firms are often keen to employ female graduates as their potential tends to be greater than that of a male applicant. So after reading this particular section, we will be attempting the question which is next to it, in which the first question says company training in Japan, A, B, C, D. The second question is foreign firms are keen to employ Japanese women because. Then again, we have four options. Kindly, again, just like we did previously, take some time out, try to attend the question by yourself, and then we'll be discussing it.
Okay, 5 minutes would be sufficient, I believe.
Yes, yes, I think that's
Okay.
more than enough.
Okay.
Has everybody done?
Okay, people, we need to do it quickly. Come on, come
Yes,
up
the
with your
question
options.
all things don't take that much time.
Yes. Because we need to face the pressure related time there also. So we have to be moving fast. Okay, so let's discuss it. So anybody would be telling the answer for the first one, question number first?
Whatever
C?
answer is there,
Yes, somebody said some answer.
C.
C, Charlie,
C.
okay. Abhinya says C. Okay.
And the
Anybody else?
second one, they have written B. Woman that
Second is
arrived.
B. B, bravo. Okay. Okay, Kamaljeet ma'am, what do you say?
Sir, D.
D, as in Delta. First one, A. A, B, C, D. Okay, D. Okay. And what about the second one?
Sir, B.
B as in Bravo. Okay. Okay. What about Kamaljeet ma'am?
Sir, C.
C. First is C,
C.
for professionals.
And
Okay. Second is?
second, sir, B.
Second is B. B as in Bravo. Okay. Ritik is there? I don't think so. Ritik has not joined. I believe he wrote a message to me. And who's there? Anybody else who's there? Tejal is there today? I don't think so.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I'm there.
Okay, Tejal.
No, I'm there today.
Okay, Ayush is
I
there.
think it's D
Okay, first is D.
Yes.
Second is?
and second is C.
Second is?
I think. Sorry,
Okay.
second is B, I believe.
Second is B.
Yeah.
First is D, second is B. Okay. Okay, Ayush, what do you think?
Just a minute, sir. My screen just got off. So just a minute.
What?
Question number one.
Ma'am, the picture just got off my screen.
Okay, let's discuss it,
Not
ma'am, then.
visible to me.
Okay, let's discuss it. Okay, ma'am, you can start discussing it.
Okay. Okay, I'll start. Okay, see, we came up with different answers. So the first one, and we see the company training in Japan. So we had different like options over there. It's the company training in Japan is not important. It's for factory workers only. It's for professionals only. It is for all staff. So we got different answers. So first of all, we need to realize that why we are giving these different options. Like what is the correct answer, which is there with us. So, like lot many people opted for C as an answer. So could somebody give me a simple explanation that why C could be the possible answer? I need any one person who gave an option as a C to come up with the reason.
Kamaljeet ma'am has given C as an option. Ma'am, can you please explain why you have given this answer?
Yes, the reason behind it.
Yes.
I would like to go like what my perspective was like in the paragraph it is
Okay.
in the
You-
paragraph it is mentioned it is whose skills can be effective immediately.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
the reason I've gone for the
So
this process.
firstly I said C, but after that I realized it's D, but I can't say it
Okay.
because
Okay. So people whose skills can be effective immediately. Okay. Professionals. Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other specific reason? Sir, can we come up with the explanation now?
Yes. So I would say that it is like, ma'am, you are explaining or shall I do?
No, please go ahead.
Okay, so Avinya, that like you have mentioned that unlike in many Western countries where companies employ people whose skills can be effective immediately. Okay, that means Japanese companies, I mean, unlike the very Western companies. Okay, so Japanese companies employ people, those who have good skills, and I mean, they are already good professionals, you're saying, okay, that's okay, and who are effective immediately. But actually, the question is not related to that. The question is related to the training. Read the question, question number 1. Company training in Japan. So we are going to talk about company training in Japan. Okay, so moving further, Japanese companies select applicants with potential who can be trained to become suitable employees. So okay, so we are talking about those people who are trainable, right? Then those who are not trainable, we are avoiding that. Okay, so we are so they used to select those applicants who are trainable and they can become good employees. Okay, for this reason, recruiting employees is an important exercise for companies as they invest a lot of time and money in training new staff. So as we can see here, it is not clear that whether no word or synonym related to professional or no word or synonym related to worker, factory worker is there. So company training is not important. It is also not there. A. It is also not there because company training is very important. That has been told in the first line. So first of all, we'll be eliminating answer A option A because it cannot be an answer because we have realized by reading the first sentence itself that companies invest a lot in training. The Japanese companies. So particularly A would be wrong. Then we'll be focusing towards B. Factory workers, we have not heard any single word about factory workers or any synonym of it. There could have been a synonym also. So if there could have been a synonym, we would have definitely be considering that. But this is not the case. Now the next is C. C is for professionals only. So they definitely talked about professional in the first line, as Abhinay also said. That is okay. But as it was not related to training part, it was related to recruitment only. So we are not going ahead with this. So the only option which is left is D. So that will be answered. First of all, this can be we can eliminate one by one and we can get our answers through elimination process. But if you will not be seeing that ways and if you will be comparing the meaning also, matching the meaning also, then also company training in Japan is for all staff. As you can see in the last word of this paragraph is new staff. So it is like for this reason, recruiting employees is an important exercise for companies as they invest a lot of time and money in training new staff. So we are talking about training of all the staff. So first, the explanation is this only. Okay, now moving on to the next one, as you have given various answers for that. So foreign firms are keen to employ Japanese women because, okay, so disappointed career-minded people, female graduates. Ma'am, you want to say something?
No, it's like you can continue. I was just saying that before they should know the answer, it is very important for them to find out the most important line. So the
Yes.
most important line over here is the one which is written like foreign firms are often keen to employ female graduates as their potential needs to be, tends to be higher than the male applicants. So this is
Yes.
somewhere you'll be finding the answer. Okay,
So
please continue.
it is
Yeah.
almost clearly written here. Okay, that the foreign firms are often, you can see the fourth line. Foreign firms are often keen to employ female graduates as their tends to be greater than that of that of male applicants. Now see, there are various words which are different here. Potential we are talking about, and question number 2, the women that apply are more capable. So potential is replaced by capable here, As you can see, this is the word game. So they are using the synonym of potential as capable, then men. So potential tends to be greater means capable more than men. Okay. So then men, then the men, and here it is written in the question that they tends to be greater than that of male applicants. So I mean the meaning remains the same, and it is the exact meaning as the Bravo says B. The women that apply are more capable than the men that apply. And if we talk about all other things, like if we talk about often employ female graduates as their potential to be greater than that of male applicants. Okay, first of all, we'll be starting again. Disappointed career-minded female graduates often opt to work for foreign firms. So something negative goes on here. Okay, disappointed career-minded female graduates often opt to work with foreign firms. Okay, this is the background. Since most male graduates prefer to join Japanese firms with a guaranteed security, because and foreign firms are often okay, so we are not talking here about Japanese. We are talking about foreign firms. The question says that foreign firms are keen to employ Japanese because Japanese women, and we are talking about, first of all, foreign firms. Second, we are talking about women. Okay, read the question 10 times. Read the question very carefully. So foreign firms is the first keyword, and they are talking about employing Japanese women only because, okay, so now the story starts again. So Japanese firm males, we are okay, foreign firms, we are now not saying it. We are not saying the male also. We are not talking about, now talking about only about the female. So here comes the question actually starts, the passage actually starts from us from here, that after the comma in the fourth line, fourth line you can see, foreign firms are often keen to, I mean from here to the applicants, this is the passage statement from which I will be looking for our answers, because it exactly replicates the same thing which is there in the question itself. Foreign firms, yes, and Japanese women, yes. So now we'll be reading it. Foreign firms are often keen to employ female graduates as their potential leads to be greater than that of male applicants. So it is exactly written in a different way in B. The meaning stands the same, 100% meaning is matching. So we'll be going for Bravo. These are the answers as you can see on the right hand side, top corner. One is D and second is B. Okay, people, any other argument which you have? So I'm assuming that it is clear to you now. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Let's see what's there.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going to attempt some true false not given. Something about true false not given. First of all, we'll be discussing it again, true false not given, so as to make you some things will be revised. Ma'am, you can continue now.
Okay. Yeah, sure, I will. So now it's next about true, false, and not given. See, so what are the statements? There are question statements and passage statements. So these are the two statements in which we need to solve these true, false, and not given. So what do you mean by that? Meaning should match 100%. See, this is very important because generally what happens in true, false, and not given, people are generally confused between false and not given. So what we have to do, we have to match the meaning of the two statements by 100%. There should be no assumptions from your side that whether it is there or not. I felt like, I thought so. It should be equal, just like mathematics. Meaning of the question statement must match with the meaning of the passage statement. So now here we can see on the top in this flow chart, it is about true, false, not given. Now we have meaning with the matching, meaning not matching. If the meaning is totally matching, that means it is true. So we clearly know that this answer is going to be true. Now with the second option, we say that meaning is not matching. So there are two options. If the meaning is opposite to what is given, like if it is given that the book is white in color and the question says it is black in color, so black and white is opposite, so it will be false. So make sure that when the meaning of the question is opposite to the option which is given in the passage, it would be false. Anything else is not given. So any information other than opposite is going to be not given. This is a very important factor and we are going to understand it a little better in the next one. Opposite meaning versus contrary meaning. So this is again important. What is opposite of white? So it's black.
And what about the gray? Gray is also opposite. Why? Because gray is, why gray is opposite? Gray is opposite to black. Gray is opposite to white. In IELTS, you need to remember that not only black is opposite, gray is also opposite. Why? Because it is not white. So what I want to say is like those things which are not having the similar meaning. See, the question will not be coming in the form of colors. So what can be the opposite of red? I think orange? No. I think pink? No. I assume both. Why? Because they are not red. So you need to be very clear in your thought that okay, opposite of any color would be something that is not that color. So what I'm saying right now, you are going to confront the same things in the question, because not every time you'll be getting the opposite very clearly. You'll be getting hazy picture of this. So the opposite of black. So what is the opposite of white? It is black also. It is red also. It is cream also. It is orange also. It is skin color also. That means there is no resemblance. Then it is not. Then it is opposite. So that's why opposite means what? White. Opposite is black. That is an opposite meaning. But what is gray? Gray is contrary meaning. So that's why I've written here two words, opposite meaning or contrary meaning. So contrary meaning which is not white color, that is gray color. Both, in case of both the things, you will be selecting false option. You will not be selecting any other option. So whether it is contrary meaning or it is false meaning, you will be selecting only false. Let's move on further. Okay, now there are caution points. Meaning must match, not the keywords. Like meaning must match 100%. Now, very often we have seen people doing one thing that okay, they're trying to match the meaning, and they themselves they think and they make some guesses. They make some guesses around the passage. Okay, so there would be somewhere it would be written that okay, the sun rises in west. So you would be saying, no, I know that sun always rises in east. So why would be going with this assumption that sun rises in west? No, not at all. This is not the right information. I'll be going with a different option. You should not go with a different option. Why? Because it has already been very clear that you should not make out things by your own knowledge or your common sense. You have to go as per the passage. See, there's a test. This is a test of English, not a test of your general knowledge or your awareness. So it is, you are not going to move as per your own awareness or other things. You have to just move by one thing, that this is an English test and you are going to your ability to comprehend from the comprehension itself is going to be tested. So don't use your common sense more beyond the context of the passage. Okay, but within the context of the passage, always use your common sense. Okay, so there is a thin line between. You need to understand that. Now, meaning must match 100%. That's over. Opposite meaning versus contrary meaning, I've already told you about. So, if the meaning is not matching, then you'll be going for meaning is not matching. Then you'll be checking whether it is false or not. That means opposite meaning is there or not. If anything else is there.
So, what do you mean by not the keywords? Keyword stands for synonym or what? Or paraphrasing?
No. I'll be telling you, see, various keywords would be there. These keywords are actually, they're acting as a trap. Okay. So like if there is a keyword and the same meaning, the same keyword, like for example, there's a keyword, for example, exuberant, and there's another keyword which is there in the passage which says plenty. Plenty and exuberant are almost synonym. Okay, so what we'll be doing is, you can get confused sometimes that there can be various types of questions related to both. There can be a simple thing which is saying that okay, there are exuberant number of diamonds there, so there are plenty number of diamonds there, so the meaning is matching. You'll be going for it. Okay, then it could be the other ways also. There would be an exuberant number of exuberant number of rupees are there, and now here it is written that there are plenty number of diamonds are there. Now the question meaning is not same, though they have used plenty and exuberant, which means exactly the same, but they are not referring to the exact stone. They are referring to rubies and they are referring to diamonds. Okay, so this is how you need to be very careful about the meaning also and the keywords also. The keywords must imply the right meaning. Okay, so moving further, option number 1 true. Let's check for option
Sir,
true.
sir,
Yes.
I need to ask one question. If it is
Yes, please ask.
paraphrase, if the meaning and if it is paraphrased or it is they have used some synonyms, that means we can go for it.
Yes, right. It depends
Thanks.
actually. Further, so let's check for option true 1. That is option 1 is true. Okay, is the meaning matching? Is it 100% matching? We need to ask ourselves if the meaning is matching or not. The meaning is matching. Yes, it is matching. Is it matching 90% or 100%? Yes, it is matching 100%. Then go for true. False. Let's check if the meaning of the question statement is opposite to the meaning of the passage statement. So if it is opposite means what? It could be gray, it could be black. Black means total opposite. Gray means somehow opposite, but you are not sure of because some words are used like that. But then also you should make yourself sure that yes, it is a contrary meaning, it is not the opposite meaning. That means this picture is saying that okay, it is not black, yet it is gray. If it is gray also, then it will be false. Anything else, go for not given. And whenever you know go for not given, never go back and say that okay, no, I'll be doing it again. Never attempt it again. Okay, because you will be lost. Because you will be definitely be getting perplexed between this false and not given option. Okay, so don't get confused. Let's move on and attempt a question so as to do it. Okay, now, ma'am, you would be taking up.
Okay, I'll start. So now we have a passage over here. It's with the name of chili. So now we are going to read it.
Chilies originated in South America and have been eaten for at least 9,500 years. Organized cultivation began around 5400 BC. Christopher Columbus was the first European to encounter chilies. When he landed on the islands of Hispaniola in 1492, he thought it was a type of pepper and called it the red pepper, a name still used today. After their introduction to Europe, they were an immediate sensation and were quickly incorporated in the diet. From there, they spread to Africa, India, and East Asia. So now we have a question. Chilies became popular as soon as they were brought into Europe. We need to see whether it is true, false, and not given. Kindly refer the tips which were given to you in the previous slides and give the answer whether it is true, false, or not given. I'll give just 2 to 3 minutes, not 5 minutes, because you need to develop a speed also.
Sir, true.
Okay. Okay, so everybody is saying true. Okay, let's move on and see what the answer is and where it is. So we are going to use this chart also, true, false, not given. See people, it's very easy to say true, false, or not given in a just by seeing it. But what I want to say is that you should always be going with with the flow chart. Why a flow chart is important? Because you can spot the simple ones very easily, but what about the difficult ones which actually give you the right, the right boost of answering more questions? So that's important. So then the flow chart comes into process. Okay, so try following the flow chart most of the time. Okay, yes ma'am, you can continue with the explanation.
Yeah, sure. So most of you have come up with the answers. So as we can see that certain chilies became popular as soon as they were brought into Europe. Their two statements are clearly saying the same thing. Notice the use of synonyms. Became popular is equal to sensation. We know that. As soon as is immediately, brought into means introduced. Hence the answer is true. So we have a very logical reason behind it. It is like we have similar meaning. So when meaning is similar, that means it's going to be true. And to actually, finalize and see why our answer is true, we have explained it in a very, systematic manner by taking up words from the questions and, just trying to use the similar synonyms or words which are very similar to it, giving similar meaning from the passage also. So hence it is true. Now let's move on to the next.
Okay, now this is the second question.
Yeah. So now we have a second question. The reason for the chilly hotness lies in a chemical called capsaicin. Capsaicin causes temporary irritation to the trigeminal
Capsaicin.
cells, which are the pain receptors in the mouth, nose, and throat. After the pain massages and transmitted to the brain, endorphins, natural painkillers, are released, and these not only kill the pain but give the chili eater a short lived natural high. Other side effects include an increased heart rate, a running nose, and increased salivation and sweating,
True.
which can have a cooling effect in hot climates. So we have a complete description why chilies are considered hot. We have a question here. So now we are going to answer that what actually causes capsaicin causes significant damage to the mouth. So whether it is true, false or not given. We'll be similarly trying to find out each and every word which would be having either similar or dissimilar meaning in the question or passage which is given. So give it a try, please.
True.
Ma'am, instead of mouth, there is also nose and throat.
Okay. Everybody can give it a try, then we'll go for the explanation.
Take your time. We'll be giving you some 3-4 minutes.
Sir, I need to change my answer. Not given.
Okay.
We'll be also discussing the reasons once everybody's come up with the answers.
Okay, people, are you ready? Everybody has almost given the answer. Okay, so let's go for an explanation. Okay, so people, why this true? Who says true and why?
Yeah, let's start.
Let's discuss this. Please come up with your option, which is very important. I mean, explanation, we need to understand
Yeah,
this.
whosoever has said that's true, please come
Please come
again
up
with
with
the.
true, false, or not given for your choices. You can explain anybody out of you. We need to go alphabetically, I believe. Huh? So, Abhinya, what do you think about it?
I have given my option is not given because
Okay.
here we are talking about significant damage to the mouth,
Okay.
and in the passage, the the sentence which I am related to this is I could find is the which are the pain receptor in mouth. So there is
Okay.
no direct synonym for significant damage for this.
Okay.
So that's why I'm going with not given.
Okay. Okay.
Next.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Why true? Why false? Ayush, why false?
Yes, Ayush, why false?
Okay, let's move further and go for explanation. Ma'am, you can explain now.
Yep, please. This is false as the statement says significant damage. This is not not same as in temporary irritation. Significant damage has nothing to do with temporary irritation. I hope it is clear.
So
It's
this is
very obvious.
opposite. So people, it is
Which
what? It is
yeah.
opposite.
Yeah, significant damage means a damage which is really
Major damage.
intense and make a kind of a permanent problem. Temporary irritation is kind of opposite to it, which just give kind of a simple irritation. Temporary, for a short period of time, and irritation is something which just happened for a little, it's a mild thing. So that's significant, and this is mild.
Okay,
So
first
it's
of all,
kind of
we need to understand one thing also, that capsaicin we are talking about, and we are talking about mouth. We are talking about just two things, capsaicin and mouth. What is the story which is revolving around this? So capsaicin causes temporary irritation to the trigeminal cells, which are the pain receptors of the mouth, nose, and throat. That's all. This is the passage statement. Beyond it, nothing is there. So capsaicin causes temporary irritation to the trigeminal cells, okay, which are the pain receptors in the mouth. That's all. And here it says capsaicin causes significant damage to the mouth. So now significant damage will be matching the meaning 100%. It should be there. So first of all, going with the flow chart, meaning is matching or not. So we'll be matching it. No, the meaning is not matching 100%. Why? Because it says that capsaicin causes temporary irritation. Here it says that capsaicin causes significant damage to the mouth, and it is talking about to the mouth, nose, and throat. They temporary irritation to the trigeminal cells, which are pain receptors. Okay, so trigeminal cells they are talking about. Okay, so now let's move on. It is not 100% sure, so we'll be moving out to the meaning not matching, opposite or anything else. So